On the news tonight, Zamfara State Government approves rehabilitation of State Library Complex. Stakeholders describe effective demographic structure as driving force for development. Plus,
in terms of monitoring and evaluation to ensure that the inputs that we are putting into this initiative, yields the required outputs and outcome for the development of Zamfara State.
Annual Quranic recitation competition progresses in Zamfara State. Assalamu alaikum, a very good evening and welcome to NTA Gusau News. I am Halir Muhammad Umar with the full text of the bulletin. Thank you for joining us. The Zamfara State Executive Council has approved the rehabilitation and remodeling of the State Library building as well as the construction of a new administrative block in Gusau, the state capital. This forms part of the major resolutions reached at the council meeting presided over by Governor Dauda Lawal. The State Commissioner for Information and Culture, Muhammad Dantawasa, made this known in a statement. He said the approval followed a memorandum presented to the council by the Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, seeking to transform the existing library into a modern learning and research center. Under the approved plan, the contract has been awarded to Pura Nova Nigeria Limited at a cost of more than 674,760,000 naira. The project includes external works, installation of internal and external solar lighting, and will be completed within 6 months, with a 30% advance payment approved to ensure timely execution. Investing towards having an effective demographic structure has been described as a driving force for the development of any society. This came to the fore at a stakeholders engagement organized by Zamfara State Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning in conjunction with the United Nations Population Fund in Gusau. Our correspondent Muhammad Ansaidu completes the report.
The current population projection of Zamfara State indicates that more than 60% of the residents are unproductive. The structure, which according to development programmers does not favor societal growth. Addressing stakeholders to that effect, the Director of Planning, Zamfara State Ministry of Budget and Planning, Alhaji Lawal Shehu Safi, said the engagement aimed at underscoring the structure, prospects, challenges, and planning on how to effectively exploit dividend of demography in Zamfara State.
We are going further to develop the roadmap for the demographic dividends. Also integrate the roadmap into the state development plan. So in short, we are trying to find out strategies in which we can use the demographic or population structure in the state to grow our own economy.
Presenting papers on demographic dividend, the Assistant Representative of the United Nations Population Fund UNFPA, Under Desogot, maintained that for a society to strive and fully exploit its population potentials, there must be adequate and equitable provision of job opportunities, healthcare services, youth participation, as well as good governance.
The expectation is that Zamfara will develop more sustainably. Investments will be done in education, and our children will have access to education. Our women and girls will have access to health. Government will create job opportunities to take care of the unemployment in the country, and then people will provide good governance without nepotism for the state to move forward.
There were contributions from the stakeholders who advocated for strong political will, domestication of the policy in Zamfara State, as well as monitoring and evaluation of the policy implementation.
We'll be providing the state or this particular initiative with the right technical support. And when I say technical support, we'll be here to ensure that the right frameworks are being adopted using the right metrics and the right data, and also in terms of monitoring and evaluation to ensure that the inputs that we are putting into this initiative yields the required outputs and outcome for the development of Zamfara State.
Because the situation we find ourselves today really called for this, for us to know the population of the state in terms of category of women, children, elderly ones, internal displaced persons, and so on.
The meeting deliberated extensively on the need for proper investment on demographic dividend for the betterment of Zamfara State. Muhammad Ansaidu, NTA News.
Zamfara State government will continue to prioritize education, healthcare, and the well-being of women and girls in the state. Wife of the state governor Hajia Huria Dauda Lol stated this while launching the distribution of the Flow with Confidence disposable sanitary pads to secondary schools in the state. Our correspondent Murtala Balagusau has the details.
Follow with Confidence program is a menstrual health initiative under the Renewed Hope agenda that provides schoolgirls with disposable sanitary pads, menstrual hygiene, education and support. This are 10,000 packs of disposable sanitary pads to be distributed to secondary school students across the state. Wife of the state governor Hajia Huria Dauda Lawal, who launched the distribution in Government Girls Day Secondary School Gusau, said the initiative aims to address the physical hygiene needs of girls and ensure they attend school with confidence.
To our dear students and beneficiaries, this is for you. Make the most out of it. Do not sell these pads. Stay in school. Study hard, support one another, and never allow shame or stigma to take away your confidence. Use this opportunity to pursue your dreams boldly because you are the future of this nation and I believe in you.
The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, represented at the event, Permanent Secretary Ministry of Finance, and the Emir of Anka, among other speakers, commended the governor's wife for her unwavering commitment to the general well-being of women and girls in the state.
I wish you are going to make a very proper utilization of this sanitary pad.
And we assure that the great people is not going to betray you, but the grace of Allah, inshallah. So thank you, Excellency, for this confirmed, for this care. So, Allah reward you for
Mama is a transformative leader that transformed the educational system in the state.
The initiative is expected to reduce absenteeism and encourage girls to continue education, especially in rural communities. In Gusau, Murtala Bala, NTA News.
All is now set for supporters of the All Progressives Congress in Zamfara to receive the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Muhammad Matawalli, who is visiting the state on Thursday, the 13th November 2025. The APC Publicity Secretary Yusuf Idris Gusau announced this during a press conference at the party secretariat here in Gusau. He said the minister will meet with party stakeholders in Gusau for 2 days before he moves to his hometown of Maradun for similar engagement. The state APC spokesman enjoined the party supporters in the state to come out in their large number to give the former governor a rousing welcome. Yusuf Idris, who alleged that a credible intelligence uncovered plans by some unscrupulous elements to hijack the minister's visit to cause mayhem in the state, urged the law-abiding citizens to be alert and report any suspicious movement to the security personnel for appropriate action. A political organization in Zamfara State, the Wamban Shinkapi Democratic Front, has endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second term, come 2027. This was during the organization's meeting presided over by an APC chieftain, Dr. Sani Abdullahi Shinkapi. Correspondent Jamil Ibrahim Gusau completes the report.
The Wamban Shinkafi Democratic Front is a political movement of the former APGA gubernatorial candidate in Zamfara State and now a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, Dr. Sani Abdullahi Shinkafi, with well-established structures across all the 147 wards of the state. This is a congress of the political group with participants drawn from across the 14 local government areas of Zamfara State. The meeting held in Gusau and presided over by Dr. Shinkafi discussed matters arising as they relate to activities of the movement and those of the APC in the state and the country as a whole. Endorsement of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second term by the political group featured prominently at the meeting. The chairman of the Wamban Shinkafi Democratic Front, Yusuf Abdullahi Mada, moved the motion to that effect and was seconded by a woman leader.
I second the motion that His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, DCFR, should be endorsed by Wamban Shinkafi Democratic Front as a consensus candidate for our great party.
This was eventually put to a voice vote for members of the Congress.
On this note, for all the members of Wamban Shinkafi Democratic Front, hereby unanimously resolve and ally ourselves with the meeting of 1st November 2027, where the critical stakeholders of the party met and endorsed Tinubu as the only and the sole and the consensus presidential candidate.
Officials of the organization from across the state who took turns to speak at the meeting reaffirmed their solidarity with the political movement and the APC leadership at all levels. They, however, emphasized the need for the party to ensure justice and fairness in fielding candidates for the forthcoming 2027 general election in Zamfara State. During the meeting, Dr. Shinkafi announced the dissolution of the Executive Council of the political movement at all levels as new leadership of the organization is built to emerge in due course. In Gusau, Jamilu Ibrahim, NTA News.
The 29th edition of Zamfara State Quranic Recitation Competition has witnessed a large turnout of the relevant stakeholders across the state. Correspondent Aliu Shehu, who witnessed the event, reports that more than 300 contenders would participate in different categories. His report.
The Quranic recitation competition, organized by Usman Danfodio University Center for Islamic Studies, Sokoto, is aimed at encouraging Muslims toward memorizing the entire Quran. Participants were drawn from the 14 local government areas of the state after emerging winners at their local government level.
هو الذي أنزل السكينة في قلوب المؤمنين ليزدادوا.
The Quranic competition is of 5 categories comprising 60 hifz with qira'at and tafsir, 60 hifz with tafsir, and 60 hifz only. Other categories are 30 hifz only and 10 hifz with tangim, a special Quranic recitation. The competition is expected to last for 10 days, after which winners will emerge and later represent the state at the national level. In Gusau, Aliu Shehu, NTA News.
And with that report on the ongoing 29th edition of the State Quranic Recitation Competition, we conclude NTA Gusau News. Thank you for watching and have a blessed night. Wassalamu alaikum.